Emma Raducanu thrashed Angie Kerber in a battle of Grand Slam champions at the Porsche Tennis Grand Prix in Stuttgart. The Brit came through 6-2, 6-1 and has now won 3 matches in a row for the first time this season after her triumph at the Billie Jean King Cup tie over the weekend. Emma Raducanu and Kerber were both competing as wildcards in Stuttgart after their rankings took a tumble following time on the sidelines. Raducanu ended her season last May to have 3 surgeries, while the former world number 1 took 18 months out after announcing her pregnancy in 2022. The German had the home advantage, but she was playing in her first clay court match since May 2022, while Raducanu came to Stuttgart after getting 2 indoor clay wins at the BJK Cup. And the Brit got off to a fast start when she broke in the opening game. Kerber responded with a break of her own, but Raducanu immediately regained her advantage. The 2021 US Open winner saved a couple of break points before breaking the 36-year-old for a second time, storming through the opening set in 41 minutes as she hit just 5 unforced errors to Kerber's 15. The beginning of the second set followed the pattern of the first when the 3-time major champion was broken in the first game. Kerber needed 15 minutes and 7 break points to get back on serve, but her efforts were immediately wasted as the Brit broke to love. Emma Raducanu told the umpire that she wanted to see the physio at the next changeover, but she didn't appear to be struggling and managed to secure the double break before the trainer eventually took to the court. The world number 303 was handed some tablets and asked if she wanted salt, indicating that she could be cramping. But her game looked as solid as ever as she continued to cause all sorts of trouble for the former world no. 1. Kerber hit a double fault to hand Raducanu a match point and put a forehand into the net, sealing her fate and putting the 21-year-old through to the second round. It was a convincing performance from Raducanu, who hit 26 winners and only 11 unforced errors. Emma Raducanu has now recorded 3 wins in a row for the first time this year, and the first time since Indian Wells in March 2023. She came from a set down to beat both Caroline Garcia and Diane Parry during Britain's BJK Cup qualifier tie against France over the weekend and carried her momentum into Stuttgart. It was obviously very difficult to play Angie because she has so much history behind her. You're not just playing Angie Kerber, you're playing a person who has achieved all those amazing results, so it's definitely one that you really have to get your mind around and not get psyched out about and just try and play the ball in front of you, Raducanu said after the match. I think wasn't exactly the prettiest match, I must say. But I just really tried to focus in and think of the next point, think of the next ball ahead and not just get too bogged down because there were some really long games that went back and forth, so I'm just happy to have got through that. She will now face teenage sensation Linda Noskova, who she beat in a marathon match at the 2022 French Open. Previewing their second round clash, the former world number 10 added, I played her once when I think she was just coming through. She qualified for the French and I played her first round and it was like a 3-hour slog outdoors in Paris and it was raining and it was so heavy. So it's a completely different match where the conditions are very quick and it's very slippery on the court. I think it's going to be a tough match, of course, as she's in great form and has done big things since.